Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to talk to you about my favorite products in the month of January. So let's just jump right in. I have quite a few things to talk about, and they're things that I'm really excited about. I've discovered some products that are really holy grail type of products that I really know I'm going to be using for a long time, and ones that I'm going to repurchase over and over again. So that's really exciting. So the first one that is really exciting to me is the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. This is the pressed version. So it comes like this. It looks very white. They also have this in a loose version, but I just find in day-to-day it's a lot easier to use a pressed powder, at least just for me. But they do have this in the loose, and I've heard that that one is wonderful as well. So this powder is really interesting. So the first few times I tried to put my brush in it, it's weird. It almost has like a film over it, so you kind of have to break through that initial film that's on top. And once you get to the actual product, it is so soft. And as you can see, it is translucent. You can't like see much off of there, but it does have that crystal effect. So it doesn't show up as an actual color on your face, but it gives a really beautiful glow. I love using this to set underneath my eyes and anywhere I put my concealer, especially if it's a highlighting type of concealer shade. Nothing sets my under eye like this. This is so beautiful. It makes everything so smooth and velvety, and it helps even the most stubborn creasing concealers not to crease. I've used certain concealers where if I use a regular setting powder underneath my eyes, even one that is supposed to be a setting powder for underneath your eyes, it just really gets into those fine lines. And this one really helps prevent that. And it just makes it so smooth under there, but not cakey. A lot of the powders that I would use, depending on, again, the concealer, it would make it a little bit cakey with, you know, on top of my foundation, on top of the concealer. But this never does that. And it makes your skin look so beautiful. And I'm just so happy that I discovered this. I have not used anything else to set underneath my eyes since I discovered this. And if you watch my channel, you know I use the Anastasia Contour Kit to set my under eyes typically. I mix the two matte shades. I've used the ones in the NYX Contour Kit, and those work great on top of a lot of different concealers, but sometimes it can get a little bit cakey, and with this powder that never happens. So I haven't used any of those since I found this, and I'm just absolutely in love with it. The second thing that I have is something that is not new to me. It's a little bit of a rediscovered gem in my collection, and that is the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. Now this is a little sample size. I got this in a set from Ulta probably a year to 2 years ago, but you know, powder products last a really long time. And I did use this when I first got it. This is such a cute little sample. I mean, this will last a really long time. And I did use it a little bit when I got it and I liked it, but I just kind of forgot that it was there because it's this little tiny little thing. So I guess that's the only problem with having this size. You forget that you have it. But I started using this again and it's so beautiful. It's such a perfect bronzer shade. And it's one of those shades that is not too cool, not too warm, so you can really use it to contour even if you wanted to. It's there on my finger. It's such a beautiful bronzer and it really blends out so beautifully. You can't really go too crazy with this. It's such a great bronzer. And it's not terribly expensive either as far as high-end products go. So if you haven't tried this, this is awesome. It's great for just a lot of different skin tones. Obviously, it's not too dark, so if you're more on the tan side or the dark side, this may be a little bit too light for you, but it is beautiful. It builds up really nicely, and I'm glad that I rediscovered it. The next thing I have is another thing that I am so excited about, and it's a brush cleaner. So this is from the Sephora brand. So I got this at Sephora, of course, and this is a solid brush cleanser. So it comes like this. It has a little scrub thing in case you want to use that. I typically don't use that, but you can. And then it has the solid soap in there. So I really only use this to clean my beauty blender, although you can use it for any kind of brushes. But I keep this by my sink, and so why I was really excited about this is that before I was using the Beauty Blender solid cleanser, so the one that Beauty Blender actually sells for the Beauty Blender. So I'd always use that one, and I'd never actually purchased the full size. I'd gotten little sample sizes, so they were just tiny little soaps, but it was the same product, and I'd always use that, and it was fine. It took a lot to clean my Beauty Blender, but you know, it gets a lot of foundation in there and concealer and all that. And when I was gonna be going away on vacation, I really wanted to bring my beauty blender because it's been my favorite way to put on my foundation recently. And I knew that I couldn't just bring one of those tiny little soaps because it would just be messy and I'd probably lose it. It would just be a mess. It would maybe break. So I thought I would try this one because this one was more inexpensive. It was $14, I think, and the Beauty Blender one is maybe closer to $20. I'm not exactly sure. This one is cheaper for sure. And I was very, very pleasantly surprised because this is better. For me, I found that this cleaned my Beauty Blender so much better than the Beauty Blender one did. I don't know. I mean, maybe I haven't tried the full size and so maybe that one is better, but I thought I had the same product with the mini one and this works so much better. This got my Beauty Blender totally clean, like all the foundation out, all the concealer out, in a lot less time than it would take with the Beauty Blender one. It would take me a while to get all of that out and it wouldn't even get it all the way out. I don't know, but this one totally cleans it out, doesn't make it dried out or anything like that. It just works so amazingly. So I'm so happy that the cheaper alternative actually works better than the more expensive one. The next thing I have is a sort of foundation that I discovered and I'm really excited about it. And that is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus. So this is actually weird. First of all, this is a travel size. I didn't know if I was gonna like it and I'd been wanting to try it and I saw that Ulta had a travel size, which is great. I actually brought it on my trip, which was also awesome. This is not technically a foundation. This is a CC cream, which normally is something that is just gonna kind of correct, you know, imperfections on your face and be a little bit more of a base for a foundation. Or you could use it on days where you don't wanna wear too much. But this is really interesting because this is a full cover CC cream and it has SPF 50, which is pretty awesome. So what I love about this, first of all, you can apply it really easily with your fingers. In fact, I think that is the best way to apply it. So this is super quick and easy to use and you just smear it out with your fingers. It blends out really easily with your fingers, which is not always an easy thing to do. But it also has great coverage. It says that it's, you know, a full coverage cream. I think that's pretty true. I mean, I have to build up certain areas a little bit, but it's pretty full coverage, especially for a CC cream. And again, it has SPF 50. So if you just wanted to wear this on a day where you didn't have a lot of time, you just slap this on your face. You've already got your SPF that you need. You know, you've got the coverage that you want. And it's just so quick and easy. And it looks beautiful. The only problem is they don't have very many shades. So I was just lucky that this is the shade Light, that this worked for me because they just don't have very many shades. So you would maybe have to mix two. So that's a little bit annoying. They should come out with more colors. But if you find your color in this, or if you're willing to mix two, I'm telling you, this is really, really awesome stuff. The next thing that I have is from MAC, and it is the MAC Prep and Prime Lip Primer. So if you watched my last favorites, I have been really working to try and improve the quality of my lips. And that sounds kind of funny, but if you wear a lot of lip products, if you like to wear lip products, you'll notice that, you know, some products may work better than others for you. And I have very textured lips, so my lips have a lot of lines in them. So if I'm wearing a very matte lipstick or even something that's really creamy, it just settles into those lines really easily. And it makes even the most beautiful lipstick look not so great. So you can remedy that by using like a lip liner or something like that, but sometimes you don't want to deal with that. And it even, you know, doesn't always look that great alone with a lip liner too. Now this is so awesome because this is, like I said, it's a lip primer. So I put it on just a thin amount, not like caking it on my lips, but I put this on my lips and it's just a clear, you know, it shows up a little bit, but just clear really. Just a very light white film, almost like the NARS powder. And I let this sit for just a little bit so that it's not like freshly applied. And then I go in with my lip product and it really helps to just create a base so that my lip product can sit on top. So if something is super creamy or even just super dry, it won't settle into those lines quite as much if I use this. So this has been really, really helpful, especially with that, you know, matte lip trend. And even going into some of the more creamy, you know, glossy lipsticks, this helps a lot. So I'm really glad that I discovered this. So speaking of lip products, I have a few to talk about. The first two that I want to talk about are liquid lipsticks from Ofra. One of them I am wearing right now on my lips. And the shade that I have on my lips right now is Manhattan. And the other one that is my favorite is Havana Nights by Kathleen Lights. These two are really awesome colors and they're great for the winter time. But these are such beautiful, beautiful shades. Manhattan is a really beautiful, almost purple mauvey color. Love, love, love this color. And then Havana Nights is a really sort of dark, brownish red vampy color. Really stunning. The formula of these is great. They're not as drying as a lot of other liquid lipsticks. They're a little bit more of almost like a moussey texture. And even once they dry, you can still feel them on your lips, so they're not drying if you are concerned about something like that. And by the way, if you want to purchase Ofra, they have all of these on their website. And a bunch of people on YouTube have 30% off discount codes. So I don't personally, but I would encourage you to use one of those codes if you wanted to buy off of their website because it saves you quite a lot of money. The other lipstick that I have is from MAC and it's from a recent collection. I can't remember what it was called, but it was some sort of fairy collection. And this is the lipstick called Among the Fireflies, and it's a cream sheen formula, so really creamy. But it's such a beautiful sort of light brownish color, darker than a nude, but it just has a lot of dimension to it. And it's not just a plain brown. It looks absolutely beautiful. It just looks super, super pretty on. And I love the formula of the cream sheen lipsticks. They're just super moisturizing and they look beautiful on so many people. And I'm absolutely loving this color. The last things that I have are some nail polishes, of course. And by the way, I have very summery looking nails because I was out of town in Florida where it is basically summer. So I'm just enjoying the last bit of that feeling of summer because now I'm back in the cold 30-degree weather. It's kind of funny because all of these nail polishes are glittery. I love glittery nail polishes. They're just so pretty. I can't get enough. The first one, I can't even tell you how excited I was to get this. This is Essie's Starry Night. And this is a classic polish that was very, very popular and you couldn't get it anymore. And the only way you could get it was to pay like a ridiculous amount of money on eBay or maybe Amazon. And I mean, I'm not about that at all. So, but recently Essie came out with this retro revival collection. It sounds like just what you would think. They're bringing back a lot of these different colors that people love and wanted them to bring back. And one of them was this one. This is the only one that I got. There were other really pretty ones, but this was the one that I really cared about. My jaw literally dropped. No joke. I was in Ulta and I felt like such a dork. I was so excited because I really, really wanted this. And they sold it online when it first came out, like a month before that. And it sold out almost immediately and I didn't get my hands on it. And then I saw it in the stores and I had to grab it. And from what I've heard, it's not the same as the original formula, but I don't know, to me, it's so beautiful. It looks just like the night sky. You know, it's got the dark blue color, but not like almost black blue. You still see that it's blue. And it has blue and silver glitter in it. It's just absolutely stunning. I love it, and it is great for winter, so absolutely loving this one. Maybe I'll have to put that one on next when I take off this polish, but so gorgeous. I'm so glad that I got it. So the other two polishes that I have are both from the OPI Hello Kitty collection, which I couldn't help myself. I mean, how cute are these? Now, it's a little annoying because it's really just like plastic that they put on these caps. They could have actually like made them these caps, but as long as you take care of them, you know, they should be okay. But you can see they've got little Hello Kitties on them. So cute. The two colors that I got are Starry Eyed for Dear Daniel, this one, and Charmmy and Sugar, this one. So these just look like the most unique to me. They have a lot of beautiful pinks and some bolder colors too. So you can find really anything you want, but these were the most unique to me. What I love about both of these is that they're beautiful glitters, so you can put them on top of any polish that you would want to as just like a polish topper to, you know, glitter for an accent nail or something like that. Or these will be opaque enough in two coats, by the way, to wear on their own. So when I first got this one, I put it all over my nails and it's beautiful. I mean, it looks just like it does in the bottle. Sometimes with glitters, you really can't wear them on their own. You have to wear them on top of, you know, other polishes. But these will look beautiful either way, which I think is really awesome and makes them a lot more versatile. And again, the packaging is super cute. They are, ooh, they are a limited edition set, so if you want any of these or others in the collection, make sure and get them soon, because I don't know how long they'll be around, but I'm pretty sure they're limited editions, so definitely check these out. I have one product that is not so much a favorite, and this is really interesting because, you know, sometimes you really have to try a product quite a few times to decide how you really feel. You know, you try something at first as just a first impression, and you either feel like, oh, I absolutely hate that product, never using it again, or you feel like, oh my God, I'm absolutely in love. And sometimes those feelings last. You know, with certain things like a mascara or a foundation, often you can tell whether you love it or you hate it within the first couple tries. But sometimes your opinion totally changes. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the not so good. So this is a product, this is the L'Oreal Magic Decrease. This is an eyeshadow primer. This was in my favorites video months ago. And I don't know if it's just that it sort of broke up and it's just not good anymore. I haven't had that long, but now I don't like it. I used to love it, and now I don't like it. The consistency kind of changed. It breaks up the way that, you know, when you pat it on your eye, it just sort of, it doesn't go on smoothly anymore. And it used to, so I don't know what the deal was, but it just doesn't work for me anymore. It was inexpensive and from the drugstore, but it didn't last very long. It worked really well for the first, you know, month or two that I had it. And now it's just, I don't know, it should have lasted longer, I think. I mean, I don't know if that's just kind of what happens to this product, but it just, it doesn't, it's really funky the way that it sits on my eye now, and I don't like it. It will make my eyeshadow last, but it doesn't create a nice base for my shadow the way that other eyeshadow primers that I have do. So unfortunately, this was a no-go for me, and I used to love it, but now I hate it. So let me know in the comments section below what you loved in the month of January. All right, everyone, so that is it for my January favorites. So many exciting things. I couldn't help but gush over these things because a lot of them are just really, really exciting to me. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That helps me a lot. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, please hit the subscribe button. I would just love that. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.